Alright, good morning, good morning. We're doing another quick video on something with these Dodges. Everybody got these Dodges, Stratuses, and everything else. So what we're doing is some work on a Dodge Stratus. It was actually leaking. This is called the actual coolant bleeder. It has a bleeder valve on it where you, right here. It has a bleeder valve on it, which allows for when the system, you can just bleed it because it's a closed system. You want to make sure that there's no air in your system. That's how the car overheats. With this particular car here, as you can see, I had to put some type of epoxy to try to seal it up, but it didn't last long, and the car started to overheat. Therefore, what I did was I just bought another one of these here for installation. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to install this, but before I actually install it, let me tell you what I actually did here. You have to remove the reservoir hose, and then there's two hoses, one and that's two that goes here, and then you got the upper radiator hose. Okay, so there's three hoses that goes to that system here. Alright, so what you need to do is you need to first remove those with those clamps. Once you do that, what you need to do is you need to unloose all of these bolts, which are going to be 10 millimeter on the intake manifold here. Alright, it's just a plastic intake manifold. Now if it comes off good, me personally, I would just suggest that you unloose it enough so that you can get access to these bolts, because this is a smaller bolt and you should be able to just stick your finger in and thread it in, and then go ahead and ratchet it on. The other four, this one you have access to, and these two you have access to. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, and 4. So to go back, what you're going to do is you're going to unloosen all of these with 10 millimeter bolts, ratchets and sockets. I took this off just so I can get access to this one to help the intake lift up. You just want it to lift up a little bit. Then you're going to remove the coolant bleeder, and then you're going to actually just put the other one in, screw these in, and screw these in. And then from there you put the hoses on. It's a pretty simple job. We're gonna hopefully that was the only leak. That's the leak I just think is sad, but hopefully that's the only leak. We'll put it in. We'll get back with you to make sure that the job is done correctly. All right. So what we did was went back and just installed it the same order that we just talked about removal. So what I did was I reinstalled this bolt here, this bolt here, this bolt here, this bolt here. 4 bolts on the coolant bleeder. Alright, there's 4 bolts. Alright, remember that. And I believe it was 1132. Okay? These here, I use 10 millimeter, which is the intake manifold. Right? And they're all in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 8 in here. You unbolt them, and then there's one right here that I would prefer for you to get to. Now here's the thing. What I did was I did not remove this entire intake manifold. Listen to what I'm saying. I did not remove it because you got a lot of gaskets and everything under it. I just wanted to get access to this. And if you get this thing to lift up a little bit, you can have access to it. Okay? So I went ahead and took them off. We've been able to remove this. I removed the upper radiator hose, and then the I believe this goes to the heater core, I'm not for sure, and then also the reservoir hose. Of course I removed the sensor and the intake manifold sensor right here. So these two, all these came off. I removed the coolant bleeder. Remember, this is not a thermostat housing. Thermostat housing is at the bottom where you got the thermostat. And that's actually going from the lower radiator hose into the bottom of the block. This right here is the cooling bleeder. right? Basically, it just allows to regulate the temperature and also to bleed within the system so you don't have any air pockets in there, okay? So once I went ahead and removed all that, I went ahead and put the new coolant bleeder, put that on. After I put the coolant bleeder on, I went ahead and put all my bolts in for my coolant bleeder, which again was 1132. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 2 at the back is the shorter ones. The 2 at the top is the taller ones. Went ahead and bolted up my 10 millimeter bolts here. Make sure that's nice and tight. Then after that, we went ahead and tighten everything up. Make sure everything good. As you saw, make sure we didn't have any leaks. Alright, we just used the air hose to make sure we don't have any leaks. Bled the system, make sure there's no bubbles, turned it on, and, well, excuse me, bled the system while the car is on, getting all the air bubbles out, tighten it back up, this bleeder screw, and we're about to hit the road. And I'll tell you what, you know, I like to do everything in real time. Let's see if she's overheating. Nah, she's not. Which she's all the way down at cold, but she'll increase just a little bit. So we're gonna take it for a ride, and I'll let you all know how it went. No, I'm not gonna let you know how it went. I'm sure it's gonna go well. So again, this is the coolant bleeder. Job well done. We're gonna just drive it around, make sure that this was the only issue. We're gonna put a little bit more coolant in it, because remember, when you take off the water hose, water pump, anything with the coolant, trust me, all the coolant has to go back through the system. So you might fill it up here, but you're still going to need to fill it up some more. Let me see. Make sure we got... it's under pressure right now. So we're not going to actually take all that off. So anyway, let's take a trip and we'll be back.